And then, guys, I just saw this movie, BlacKkKlansman, a Spike Lee joint, and I'm telling you, I just got back from the movie theater, maybe like an hour or so ago. Okay, went to see it with my family, and just came back from. I'm telling you, the movie was incredible. We were talking about the movie all the way back, and I was talking about the movie for a minute. It's an excellent film. I advise everyone to go out and see this movie, The BlacKkKlansman. It's an excellent film. Okay, I'm so glad that Spike Lee directed this film because Spike Lee is a great director, and a lot of people like to make fun of Spike Lee and say, he hasn't made a good film in a while or just all kind of stuff, but they forget that Spike Lee has been, no matter what you think about the guy, he's been making excellent films for a while. Okay, and he number one, he's a genius director. Okay, I'm actually a a videographer. Okay, job is I do graphic design. I do videography. Okay, and I also have a short film. Okay, that I have making. I'm gonna make a 2 hour film as well. Okay, and I've also written some comic books too. Okay, I'm not saying to boast about myself. I'm saying to say that. When you hear me say that he's a great director, this is an excellent film. Not come from somebody who just has no clue what they're talking about. It just come from somebody who actually works in the film. Okay, this movie is outstanding. Okay, if you want to know, if you want to check out some Spike Lee movies that are really good, of course you can check out Malcolm X. What else? I mean, so many movies that he made. I like Inside Man. Some people know he directed that. That's an excellent film. My opinion. Well, I want to say it's flawless, but it's a great. I already like this really good film. He's allowed, but what really opened my eyes up to how good Spike Lee was as a, of course people say do the right thing too, but that's not really my favorite film that he's made. But what really opened my eyes up to what he can do is when he made a documentary on Hurricane Katrina called When the Levees Broke. If you can, check that out because that or buy it if you can, okay? Because that movie, that documentary is I think it's the best documentary ever made. Period. And I don't know how you could how anything else could be better than that. At least that's existing right now. I don't know what documentary you pull up. Watch it When the Levees Broke, which is like a series of, I think it was like HBO series, something like that, or Showtime, something like that. But it was like it's basically a documentary. I think it's like four excellent. And you want to learn about America, watch that movie. Watch the documentary, I should say. But anyway, this movie, The BlacKkKlansman, is like a flawless film. I only had one issue with the film, and that was that I felt that one of the girls who was, Denzel Washington's son plays in this film. He plays a guy named, I think his name was Ron Stallworth, which is funny that I remember that name because 99% of the time when I come out of a film, I don't remember people's names. Like at least their first and last name, but the way it was presented in the movie, you actually remember the guy's name. and that's the sign that it was a good film also. But anyway, you know, um, it's a girl that plays that she's the same girl I believe that played in Spider-Man, the last Spider-Man movie that came. I think it was called what's the movie called Spider-Man Homecoming. She played a lot in that film, and she's a pretty good actor. But in that role that she was playing, it was I like seeing her in that role, but it was some of her lines, some of the things she was saying, some of the way she like presented some lines. It felt I don't know. It kind of it just didn't flow sometimes with the other actors in my opinion. I feel like that. Maybe it's because she's kind of younger. Maybe she needs more time to develop. But I can see why he would pick her, for that role. Besides that, that's the only thing I can say that I didn't like about that film. Besides that, the movie was to me was flawless. It spoke about and I'm trying not to give too much away here, but essentially the movie speaks about the America that we live in right now. It talks about this man Ron Stallworth infiltrated the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan. Okay, how he essentially was speaking to David Duke, the Grand Wizard at the time in the '70s of the Ku Klux Klan. Okay, and how he basically fooled this man into he was calling him on the phone acting like he was a white dude. Basically he was an undercover cop, this man Ron Stallworth, who the movie is about. Okay, I believe it's taken from a book that he wrote. Okay, this movie is adapted from a book that he wrote. Okay, this guy was an undercover cop, and it's an excellent film, and it shows how he infiltrated the Ku Klux Klan as Adam Driver. You may know from the movie Star Wars and Lucky Logan. it's in other films, of course, he's done it, but it's just an excellent film. Directing wise, it's excellent. Cinematography wise, it's excellent. I mean, I wish I could go into some of the scenes, but I don't want to give stuff away. But cinematography wise, the movie is just excellent. Spike Lee brings back some of his classic, camera moves and camera tricks and his own style. Does a few things that I haven't seen in films, which is a thing that I like. That not only I think Spike Lee tries to do, but even Ryan Coogler, where they try to make it, they'll try to come up with a film, and all, or they'll come up with a film, I should say, and it's like before they make the film, they'll look at it and say, well, what can we do this time that's never in film? What can we do cinematography wise? What can we do that people have never seen before? Okay, we want to bring them something new they've never seen before. And that's how you need to go about doing things. In the olden days when people would come up with shows and there wasn't as much competition, or there was a show at the opera, the theater, or whatever, people was the word would get out about the show because it was something that people never seen before. And I like the fact that these directors, Ryan Coogler, Spike Lee, Spike Lee of course being like OG in the game, doing this for a long time. He knows what to do. He knows how to make things look good. He knows how to make people look good. Spike Lee can take the worst person on earth, okay, and put them in a role in a film and make them look like the most intelligent, attractive person. He can take the ugliest person on earth, okay, and make them look like the most attractive person on earth. Okay, this guy's a directing genius. All right, and he's made some films that I personally didn't care too much for. Some films, He's also made great films. And at the end of the day, I will say this: I've never seen a Spike Lee film that he has not tried I feel like he tried his best for. I've seen movies where I just turned them off because I felt like they just not trying. This is just a cash grab. I've never seen a Spike Lee movie like that. Any film that he does, he puts all into it, and you can see it just from the guy's work. This movie was just excellent, though. It explains. I'm trying not to give a lot away here, but you probably heard this already. It shows some real footage, okay, from Charlottesville, where these neo-Nazis were marching. It shows different things at points in this movie that tie in the message of this movie in such a way that's outstanding. I mean, I'll put it like this, and I don't want to give too much away, but there's a scene at a point in the movie where they show footage from things that happened, I think a year ago, okay? Basically a year ago, okay? Almost to the day. I'm making this video after the anniversary of Charlottesville, and how President Trump essentially came out and said there's good on both sides, so he cannot bring himself to condemn these neo-Nazis. Though he came out later when his staff basically begged him and said you have to say something. You can see it. It's hard to really care. Seeing these kind of things, seeing these kind of things on the big screen, it really does something to when you see that, because most of us are watching these kind of things on our phones, watching news on our phones, okay? We may happen to see it on TV really quickly, but to see it on the big screen, especially when it's tied into history, is powerful, more than I can even explain if you have not seen this film. So what else can I say about this film? It's actors are all good. Adam Driver, Denzel Washington's son, I can't remember his name right at the moment, something Washington, of course. Who else is in this film? Can't even think right now who else is in it, but the Ku Klux Klan members, everyone was good. Okay, even the girl who I said, some of her acting kind of bothered me at certain points, she was still good, and I could see she was trying her best. It's just it's an excellent film, okay, and I believe everyone should watch this film. Everyone, okay. One thing I got in this film was that it's not preachy, okay, it's not preachy, but on top of it, it's extremely funny. Only someone like Spike Lee, can make a movie that's extremely powerful yet funny at the same time. When I came out of that theater, this movie is funny yet extremely powerful and really life-changing, okay? But funny at the same time. It's extremely... I'm a writer, okay? I wrote screenplays, okay? I wrote comics, all kind of stuff. It's extremely difficult to make something funny and be serious on equal levels, okay? One usually is doing like Houdini act out here in Hollywood, okay? This guy's doing some stuff that all of it, you gotta sit back and say, how is he doing this stuff, okay? Seriously, the way he's mixing these things is ridiculous, okay? And this movie really should get a movie of the year. I don't know if it will, but it really should, and some people need to get best actor. Okay, I mean, everyone was excellent in this film. You know, I can't sit there and say this person was really really bad. This person was really really bad. You know, it wasn't nothing like that. It was, like I said, that one girl was acting. I was just like, sometimes I was like, but it wasn't anything that tore the film or made me be taken out of the film. You understand? But it's not preachy. It doesn't try to say, hey, the Ku Klux Klan is evil. Black people are good. Black Lives Matter is good. You know, all right is bad. It doesn't try to go back and forth. Okay, but what it does is it just shows you in a real kind of it does justice to each. It shows the Black Panthers. It shows different groups, and it does an excellent job, in my opinion, of showing the Ku Klux Klan. I personally think the Ku Klux Klan, by this movie shows them in a way that is, to me, totally true. Okay, and but at the same time, you feel I actually felt kind of sorry for them, because you see a group of people that the only thing essentially that brings them together is the fact that they have great hate. They hold hate in their hearts, you know. And we go to church, for example. You know, I'm a Christian. I go to church. And I praise God, believing that He loves me, and the people around me believe the same thing, and that holds us together. You know, our common thoughts, our common beliefs, I should say, and our thoughts, and you know, all of what we live by. And with the Ku Klux Klan, it's like essentially a religion. You know, and what holds these people together is okay. Come together. I mean, they made a regular day, you know, not thinking about hate, and then meet with these people, and now hate is being, you know, stirred up in you, because to be amongst these people who are your friends in the Ku Klux Klan, you have to be a hateful person. Okay, to be part of these neo-Nazi groups and this Unite the Right the groups that are out right now, and these alt-right groups, you know, you really have to be full of hate. You know, this movie does an excellent job also of way think. Like, you know, the people on the black side, you know, think the way they think. While people on the Ku Klux Klan side think the way they think. Then it just preach to you or just try to say they're bad, they're right. It just shows you stuff, okay? And I thought it's just done in an excellent way. I go on and on about this film, but I don't want to give stuff away, so maybe I'll make another review about this in the future, like a spoiler one, you know. But this movie is excellent. I hope that Spike Lee gets some kind of award for this. You know, thank you for making this movie, Spike Lee. I hope that, you know, maybe someone from the actual film watches this review, okay? You know, because this movie was great. This is just from a fan of Spike Lee. That movie is an excellent film. Okay, excellent film, and you know, I'm really speechless. You know, I thought this film, and I actually wanted to say this movie was like a tour de force. And I never felt like saying that about a film before. Okay, I mean, from movies about black people, from, you know, Amistad to 12 Years a Slave, movies that were based on black, you know, the black experience, so to speak, and they were really really good. But this movie just was different somehow. And on top of it, the cinematography was straight up excellent. You have to understand, Spike Lee, if I'm not mistaken, when he first started out, he was doing documentaries. I think his first film was like a documentary that he shot in somewhere in New York, you know, over the summertime, if I'm not mistaken. And to me, Spike Lee's best work is in documentary form. You know, he makes a film. Many times he'll make films, and he'll kind of, you look at how he shoots. He kind of shoots it in. Sometimes he shoots some of his films in like a documentary kind of way. For example, when you shoot a documentary, you kind of paste scenes together, put these together in an unorthodox way. You know, because it doesn't have to necessarily follow the same, basically, the rules of how film should look. Of cut to this, cut to that, cut to this, cut to that. Spike Lee breaks those rules, you know, and I think that in that sense he's on his game. So yeah, check this movie out, okay? And tell someone else to watch the movie, so we can support this film, okay? Because a lot of people need to see this. When this comes out on DVD, I'm gonna definitely buy this film. All right, definitely, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know, if the DVD comes out in 3 months or whatever, I'm gonna, you know, definitely, you know, pick it up. But, you know, all these movies in theaters, folks, please, okay, watch this film and support it. Don't buy the bootleg. Watch the film. Pay to watch this film. Okay, you're not giving money to people who made this film if you're buying the bootleg. All right, you guys. God bless. Peace out.